Hi, we have come to the 12th lecture in programming in Java. Today we will discuss the introduction to Android Studio. In our last lecture, you were made to understand that development of an Android application requires an SDK with Java. The Android SDK comprises of a debugger, Android libraries, a device emulator, documentation, sample code, and tutorials. Android Studio is an integrated development environment IDE that allows easy development of mobile applications. It provides a flexible environment and allows a developer to have a feel of the application developed either with the use of Android virtual device or an actual mobile device. This lecture will put you through installing and setting up your development environment so you can follow the examples given in the course materials. The first step is you have to install an essential prerequisite component called the Java Development Kit, JDK. These we have addressed in our earlier lecture. Then you will download and install Android Studio as well as the Android Software Development Kit, SDK, which serve as a suite of software tools required to build Android applications. How do you then install Android Studio? Downloading Android Studio is straightforward. Type the site on your screen in your browser. Click the large green button Android Studio for your particular operating system. Select the checkbox labeled I have read and agree with the above terms and conditions. Click Download Android Studio for your operating system again, and your installation file should begin downloading. Once the download is complete, execute the file you just downloaded. When the installation wizard begins, move through the screens by clicking the next button until you reach the Choose Component screen. Select all the component checkboxes. Afterwards, click Next. Also agree to the terms and conditions once again. When you reach the configuration settings, install location screen, select the locations for Android Studio and the Android SDK. At the end of the installation procedure, you should arrive at the completing the Android Studio setup screen and click Finish. When you start Android Studio for the first time, the setup wizard will analyze your system to check for an existing Java Development Kit, JDK, as well as the location of the Android SDK. The setup wizard should download everything you need to begin developing apps in Android Studio. Creating your first project, Hello World. Once you finish with the setup wizard, a dialog box shows Welcome to Android Studio. Click the Start a new Android project option. The new project wizard appears. Type Hello World in the application name field and type gerber.apress.com in the company domain field. Notice that the package name is the reverse company domain plus the name of the project. The Android operating system has the capability to run on many platforms, including game consoles, televisions, watches, smartphones, and tablet computers. By default, the phone and tablet checkbox will be selected and API 8 will be selected as the minimum SDK. The Android Virtual Device Manager allows you to create Android virtual devices, AVDS, which can then be used to emulate a device on your computer. I will see you again at the last lecture for this course, where we will discuss how you can run Hello World on an Android virtual device, AVD. Until then, goodbye. Welcome to the 13th and last lecture in Programming in Java. In Lecture 12, we describe the Android Studio as an integrated development environment, IDE, that allows easy development of mobile applications. It provides a flexible environment and allows a developer to have a feel of the application developed, either with the use of an Android virtual device or an actual mobile device. In today's lecture, we will discuss how you can run Hello World on an Android virtual device, an AVD. To run your Hello World application on your newly created Android virtual device, click the green Run button circled with red on the toolbar as shown on your screen. Make sure that the Launch Emulator radio button is selected and then choose the Galaxy Nexus AP21 in the combo box. Click OK. Launching an AVD can take some minutes. Afterwards, you should now see your Hello World application running in a window on your computer. In summary, you have been guided on how to install Android Studio as well as run your first application using the Android virtual device. It is important that you keep practicing and make more research. With this, we have come to the end of programming in Java. So far, this course has introduced you to Java programming. It has explained how to install the Java Development Kit, JDK, the concept of objects and classes, polymorphism. Also, the selection, decision, and repetition options were examined, including their syntaxes, as well as the Integrated Development Environment, IDE. My name still remains Bidemi Adewumi, and I wish you all the best in your TMAs and examinations.